Game of Thrones is finally over, and I guess most people are underwhelmed, a bit disappointed, and a bit heartbroken. Um, I've been a huge Game of Thrones fan ever since the fourth, no, ever since the Red Wedding. To give some context, my friends told me about the whole this crazy episode that happened, and one of them's read the books first, and they told me about it, and made me watch the first three seasons, and they made me they made sure they were there when I watched episode 9 of season 3, The Reigns of Castamere, and I was shocked. And I loved the show ever since for its ballsy nature, and the writing caught me totally off guard. It was unconventional because they were the heroes who were killed in the Red Wedding, and it's pretty realistic in the sense that it's all political, and it actually is close to what you think in real life, and especially in the latest episode with the whole Samwell and the democracy, things like that. It's a very politically driven show, and I love it for it. But there was so much expectation for season 8. It was 2 years. It was just under 2 years of waiting for this new season. We were told it's going to be delayed for a bit because they want to make it as good as possible. And I'll start with this. Visually, they were right. Visually, it's fantastic, the best of all the seasons. But I would expect that in the 8th season. CGI was fantastic. The visual effects were just amazing. The shots are all done well. For example, Daenerys with the dragon in the background, making it look like she has wings. Great cinematography and great atmosphere. It was shot really well. The instrumental parts of making a fantastic TV show or a great anything that involves using a camera and using a set or whatever, it was done fantastic. The techniques was all done well. But like most people, I just disagree with the writing and the choices that was made behind the scenes. I really don't understand why there was 6 episodes in the season. I've been thinking long and hard about it, why there was 6 episodes, and they wanted to be like movies, like 6 movies, and well, granted the first two were 60 minutes roughly, but this one, I just don't understand the whole point of this. I knew HBO was offered them 10 episodes, and I even know that HBO offered them 2 more seasons, this season and season 9, but they refused. And I don't know if they gave a reason why. I would love to know. But it was mind-boggling to me why they chose to have 6 episodes. Because some certain storylines just happened like that. Certain scenes didn't really get flushed out. For example, Varys' storyline was completely rushed. Daenerys' storyline was rushed. I feel like in the last season, I feel like it was a bit rushed, but at the same time, they had enough time to flesh things out. This one was a lot worse. It didn't give me much time to get back to these characters and get used to these characters again. It didn't give me any time to fully enjoy the season. It was just going fast paced. It's like going 90 miles an hour. And that's my biggest issue with this show. Because with the decisions that they made, I would have been fine with it if it was fleshed out properly. But obviously the characters and the choices they made was mind-boggling. I'll say this: Theon's storyline was perfect. I loved what they did with Theon, and I got a bit emotional at the end. It was done really well. He came back to Winterfell, came back to his home to defend his home, and he died saving Bran, who was who he was thought to kill have killed when he invaded Winterfell in season 2. And it's a great character arc for him. He came back to save his sister. I forgot his sister's name. She's kind of irrelevant, to be honest, especially in this season. She's, he saves her in the first couple of episodes, which was kind of ridiculous, but I expected a lot more to happen than that. But I can forgive it. And then he goes back to his home and dies being a hero. So I'll say this, that was done really well. And Jorah's story was done really well as well. Him dying defending his queen. You could have seen this coming 5 seasons ago, but it wasn't that hard to make good. But it was still done well, and that was emotional then as well, because the emotional impact and the music and him, trying his best to save his queen during the Battle of Winterfell. And I love the guy who plays Jorah, he's a badass. So those two characters was justifiably done well. And I'll even say Tyrion Lannister's done well. But I will say this, how he ends is fine, him being the Hand of the King to Bran, the Broken, which I'll get to in a second, was done well. I thought it was fitting for his character. But I'll say this, his decisions, his wit, his brain, his intelligence, it was nowhere near as good as it was in season 2. And I think it's due to the fact that George R. R. Martin knows how to write Tyrion compared to David Benioff and I think, what was the other guy's name? I don't care. In the last 2 seasons, I think he's took a back seat a little bit. And it's been one of the biggest issues for me, because I know Tyrion can play the system and they play the system, but in this season, he seems so gullible and so naive. Him trusting that Cersei will not back out of helping our heroes against the White Walkers, or certain things with Dany and betraying Varys just to naively believe that Dany won't be like her dad, despite showing hints, heavy hints in the episodes prior, and knowing about Jon's lineage. I just don't understand what happened to his wit. I think he was poorly written in that way. Going down to a crypt to get away from the dead zombies in a fucking crypt where undead people are. Certain things like that was my issue. And I just feel like it was rushed. Everyone's character was rushed, and the biggest disservice, I think, in the entire fucking season was Jaime Lannister's character. He was completely demystified. He was completely considered useless by the time it was episode 5. All this development, all this character arc, him going to battle in the Winterfell to show honor, to show that he's not this piece of shit, incestual, trying to kill little kids guy. Like, he isn't. He was trying to show honor by saving millions of people. And then, out of nowhere, he just goes to Cersei. I get it's poetic to an extent because he's always loved her, but at the same time, the entire development of Jaime especially from season 3, when he had that great scene with Brienne of Tarth in the bathtub, to him losing his hand, to him giving the Oathkeeper, to him leaving Cersei in season 7, to all this time, and then all that goes in the bin as soon as he just leaves and goes to Cersei. I would have been fine if he went to Cersei just to kill her. I would have been fine with that. I would have. And the whole prophecies, the whole predictions, I get it, we're supposed to be shocked, but at the same time, I feel like you can still shock us while still making us satisfied, and we weren't satisfied. It felt like we'd left. It felt like it's felt like we've missed something, and it's definitely pissed me off. Because 2 years of wait, I expected a lot more from this. So Jamie's character was shut on. Cersei's character, she got paid so much money this season just to stand there and look through the window of King's Landing. She gets $1 million per episode to do that, so good for her. I'm glad she made good money doing fuck all. She, I think she deserved a better death, maybe more gruesome death, but I'm not upset with the death. I can deal with it. It's just the character arc of Jamie that they ruined that really upset me. I liked the whole Brienne writing into the book of Jamie, and he died defending his queen or something like that. I like that. I like little things that touch back to earlier seasons, but the show didn't do enough of that. Bran becoming the king of Westeros, king of the Six Kingdoms. I didn't see that coming, but just because you didn't see that coming doesn't mean it's good. I feel like he doesn't have much of an emotional response. He doesn't really care emotionally about anyone because he's the three-eyed raven. So will that really make him a good king? Yeah, he knows his stuff, but it doesn't mean he's a good king. I would have much preferred Hal. That's actually a good question. Who could be on the? I don't know. Obviously, I think Dany was destined to die at the end. I can live with that. But the way she just flipped into a crazy bitch, to me, it was not really justified. I get it, her dad's a mad king. But other than that, I feel like all the things she did, the Slavers Bay shit in Essos or whatever, and it seems a bit out of character that she would kill millions of poor, fucking working class people instead of just going to the Red Keep and kill Cersei and that's it. Like, it made no sense why she would do that. I get it, she's pissed off. I get it about people not loving her. But guess what? To everyone, you're a foreign invader. It's a fact. And I don't know. David, whatever the fucking guy's name is, or the other guy is, they were trying their best to write Daenerys as a complete bitch. And I don't think it really worked, but because I could see right through it. But yeah, I can even forgive that. I can even forgive Drogon getting angry about Daenerys getting stabbed and not kill Jon, even though a dragon would probably do that. I can forgive. I can forgive Bran being the king of the North, despite him not doing fuck all. I can forgive that. I can forgive Jon just having 2 lines in the entire fucking season. She's my queen. I don't want it. Yeah. There was no epic final battle between Jon and the Night King. It goes on and on and on. Bron's story. Bron, yeah, we've seen master a fucking coin. That's it. There wasn't much of a resolution there. Varys' story. Varys and Littlefinger's story was done fantastically well, and I'll give Debbie, where the fuck the writers are, I'll give him respect for that, for how they dealt with the Littlefinger in season 7. It was done perfectly well. But in this season, Varys was unjustifiably, he was killed in the worst way. No little twist like what was the letter he wrote, or why was he talking to that little child? Like, my theory was like he was gonna poison her after he was dead. These people are known to manipulate the political scene in this show, and they had no impact in the last season. Varys didn't. I just don't understand that. He's one of the main characters behind the scenes, and how Tyrion just betrayed one of his closest friends for the past 8 years is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous, and the whole and probably the biggest thing that pissed me off from a reaction standpoint, after looking back on it, it doesn't bother me as much, when Rhaegar just gets destroyed straight away by Euron's forces, by Euron himself with the thingy. And I'm like, fucking hell, did you not see him? Like, what the fuck were you guys doing? And now that was lazy writing. That was an example of lazy writing. How the fuck could you forget about Euron's Iron Fleet? Are you fucking are you retarded? I don't fucking understand that. I really don't. So there's so much issues, but I'll say this: the music was done fantastic. The new music they used, especially at the end, was fantastic. I liked, I'm happy with John going back to the Night's Watch, but at the same time they got a fucking massive hole in the wall, so I think he'll be just fine. And I'm pretty sure you'll find someone else. And fuck, I feel like an idiot right now. What's it called? The Free Folk. Fucking hell. The Free Folk, and obviously he's with Tormund again. And there was no, like, I kind of saw that coming, to be honest. Him killing Dany, and I did think him becoming the king of Westeros will be too predictable, and they said bittersweet will be the ending. It'll be bittersweet, and I guess where's the sweet part? What is it? Tyrion becoming the Hand of the King, not being killed. But there is some good parts in this season. I liked the battle in Winterfell, even though it was fucking dark. I still liked it. There was emotional stakes, and the first two episodes was on point, fantastic. Episode 2, when Jaime, another big part of his arc that was completely wasted when he knighted Brienne, another fantastic scene. He Episode 4, that was the scene obviously when I got pissed off about Rhaegar. Episode 5, obviously the destruction of King's Landing, completely ridiculous, and yeah, and I liked the episodes from a technical standpoint. I enjoyed myself, but I could notice how bad the writing was in certain instances, and how rushed it was, and it bothered me quite a bit. But as a show, is by far one of the greatest shows of all time, and definitely a decade of my life I will never forget. A complete, utter fun show that I will never forget. And even though how disappointed I was with the new season, I can still watch it. I will still enjoy it. And to put in perspective how amazing the show is, the new season, if it was just that season by itself, even though it wouldn't make any sense from a story standpoint, it would be a great season. But the other season is so fucking good, I feel like it disappoints the momentum of the show that we all had excitement for. So, yeah, it was a good show. It was a decent, okay season, but the writing was noticeable. But that's my thoughts, guys, and now my watch begins. Oh, no, sorry, now my watch ends. I just fucked up the easiest thing to say after the end of the show. Well done, Dylan. The Books, George, get your shit together before you fucking die, okay? We need someone. I'm pretty sure your ending will be more justified, even though you got characters that are dead in the show and alive in the books, or vice versa. But I'm still excited, and I hope so. In the next 20 years, I do get a book at least. Thank you. See you guys next time. Bye.